is how we do it.
It's about to go down. It's about to go down.
Hey besties, welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name is Barbie. I'm so happy you clicked play. Do me a big favor, go ahead, subscribe, go ahead, hit that like button, drop me some hearts in the comments, and then y'all, let's get into it. Make sure before you go, you hit the description. Y'all go follow me on all my socials and go check out my book. I got a book called Crown On, and baby, it's for the girls, baby. Y'all make sure y'all dive in, do the activities that go with the book, and I promise it's gonna be life changing. Let's get into it. Now, this story time is about, I gotta look, everything went wrong, y'all. And I was gonna call this date gone wrong. I was gonna call this worst day ever. I was gonna call part 2. I was gonna do everything. I didn't know what I was gonna name this, but we went with everything went wrong, date gone wrong, okay? Or everything went wrong. I don't know what I'm gonna name it, but anyway, y'all saw the thumbnail. We here now, okay? So I went on a date with a white man, okay? I went on a date with a white man, y'all. I was trying to try something new in my life. And y'all, most of the guys that I date, you know what I'm saying, when I do date, they're mixed. I will date a black man. There's nothing wrong. I've dated a black man before. Hence my first baby father. I have 2 of those things. Life is ghetto. Don't judge me and don't mark me off as an H. As my son like to call a hoe H. Don't mark me as a hoe. I fell in love when I was young, and I fell in love when I was a lot more older, and it just didn't work out, child. Okay, so I have a 2-year-old and a 15-year-old. And prior to that, while I'm telling y'all all my business, y'all need to just go watch the story times. Because what y'all up, then you'll be other day. Okay. Either way, I'm single now. Okay, but this story about me, one of my dating stories, y'all. So this young man hit me up, okay, like any other in my inbox, okay, but there was a twist to this. He hit me up on Snapchat, you know, and me, I'm just on Snapchat just posting, and Snapchat got to see my life a little more thoroughly than Facebook did and all the other ones, because I usually was on just Snap. I snapped everything. I snapped what I ate. I was snapping where I was at, my location. My snap was lit. I would snap everything. And that baby, my snap, it was Diva Dior 1. It's still there. You know, every now and then you can go up there and see new pictures and stuff, because I don't post that much, but every now and then I go up there and post something, okay? But they used to see everything. Like I used to just get up and go, okay? Get up and go, okay? I had one son that was older and I didn't have no baby at the time. So I would just get up and go. Everybody would invite me to different places, baby. We was outside in the sun having fun, okay? And I would get invited to so many places. And this was during the season and time where I used to do a lot of hosting events, where I used to host a lot of parties. You know how you ever go to a party and the DJ is lit and they say, yes, I see you girl with a red dress on, you looking good. I was that girl on that mic, okay? I was hosting the event. I could turn in to this day. You call me today, you hit that email, say you need me to host an event, baby, I have it always lit. Do you hear me? I host a big event, but you're gonna have to pay some coin, okay? Just letting you know, I don't do nothing for free, okay? So you pay the right coin on, I might be in the building, okay? Because it's going to take me a lot to get me back in the club. Because, baby, I love the Lord now. Hallelujah. Okay? Might be in there handing out Bibles at the end. Anyway. A soul is a soul and a win is a win. I got you, G. So, let's keep going. So, either way, the young man hit me up on Snapchat. Now, I'm used to people saying little things, maybe hard things, and may seem hard, but not really conversation on Snapchat. That was usually a Facebook thing. But anyway, he hit me up and he said, let's snap. And I won't, I was on Snapchat, but I really didn't really know how to use it. I just used it for footage, getting the angles, playing with the filters. I won't really snapping like that. I didn't understand. He was like, snapping this. I said, what you mean? Because I ain't afraid to ask. If I don't know, I'm gonna ask. He said, meaning you snap me something, I snap you something. So snap a picture and then you talk through pictures. So I'm just saying this because everybody that watch my videos is not young, okay? All right, so they don't know. So I was one of the ones I ain't know, okay? Now I'm 36 years old. I ain't about to die tomorrow, but I'm just saying, I pray to the Lord that I ain't. Lord, let me live, let me watch my children grow. In Jesus' name, amen. But I'm just saying, I feel as though my mama is texting me. God knows she is texting. Girl, I'm recording. Leave it alone. Love you, bye. Anyway, so I didn't know how to do it, but he showed me. So he sent me a picture. He said, now you send me a picture. And it was just random things. He was like, my view. Like in the morning, he'll say, this my view. So when he'll wake up, he'll take a picture of him laying in the bed. And I'm thinking like, boy, I've be laying in the bed, no eyelashes on with a bonnet on. We ain't doing that. So I would have to get it was exhausting trying to be with him for real. He wanted to take pictures of when you first wake up, what you first eat, what you drink. Sending me pictures of dumb stuff. I'm thinking like, yeah, we ain't finna do all that. But I played this because when he first sent his first picture, he was a cute little white boy. I was like, okay. We gonna call him Chris. Okay, Chris was cute, but he was a white boy. It wasn't nothing black or urban about him, okay? He was a white, okay? This boy was with Sarah, okay? This was a real white boy that had the John Deere cap on, okay? He had the tractors and all that. He was really white, country, deep country white, okay? But for whatever reason, he wanted to dine with a queen, okay? He wanted to put me on his team. So I'm thinking like, he don't even look like the type of white boy that would like. Why? You know what I'm saying? You sure? So I'm snapping some pictures. He said, I just always thought you were beautiful. Every time you post, I just always thought you was beautiful. But I was like, I don't even know how we became friends. Like, you know, people can follow. See, I didn't know nothing about Snapchat. I won't up to date, but people can follow you, okay? But either way, I accepted his follow, but I didn't know who he was. So we snapping. And this goes on for days and days. Then we finally start having conversation in the snap. He would send me a little message. He'd send me a little message. I remember one time he showed me his whole house, and his house was so beautiful. He was like just showing me his house. He was telling me that he had a house. And that was very important to him to know that he was well put together. He had his own land, his own house, tractors, cars, trucks. He had it all. And he was young, y'all. I had to be like 20... I don't know what age I was, but I was in my 20s. I was in my late 20s, and he was like young, like 25, 26. I think 26. And I was in my later 20s. We just gonna say that we're in my later 20s. Okay. So he was, you know, he had himself together. You know what I'm saying? I was a correctional case manager at the time. And he thought that was fascinating. He used to ask me so many questions. So do the men be flirting with you? Because, baby, if I was a man, I would be trying to flirt with you. Yeah, they try, but I write them up so they know to go about their business. He was like, oh, so you mean? He was like, that is so sexy. He was like, if you were my girlfriend, I want to play inmate and officer. I said, I bet you would. I said, you know, that sounds kinky, but when you work in the place, come on, you don't want me to do what I do to the inmates if they try me. I don't know if I could get kinky like that. Can we play police officer and criminal or something like that? I ain't with you. Cause baby, I might try to take you down for real. Be done, okay. Y'all gonna have to go with code 7 and ain't nobody here to help you cause I done went off into the deep end. But anyway, he was like, I'm really into role playing. I said, oh, okay. So is that a white thing? Well, I just want to know, cause black men like to role play too, cause it ain't nothing. You date me, you don't know who you gonna come home to, baby. I'm gonna have an outfit ready. I might be the maid one day. You don't know what I want to do, cause baby, if I'm gonna have a relationship, we finna be married and we finna be happily married. When somebody asks you married? Oh, how long? I'm happily married. That's what my man gonna say. Whenever I find him, Lord, Lord, when he find me, cause the Bible say what he say? The Bible, look, I'm about the Bible say that a man findeth the wife. It didn't say no woman, okay, go find him out there in the streets and bring him back home. No. It didn't say that. But anyway, getting back to the story. The young man, I would ask a lot of questions because I was so interested about the white culture because I didn't know too much. And now there was this opportunity to just talk to him. And I would ask him everything like he was a representation for all the white people in the world. And I would just ask him questions and he would just giggle and just thought it was so funny. And he was sending me voice messages and everything. And we're just talking back. And he would ask me a few things about black people. But you know what? He knew, y'all. He was like, I am very into with the black culture. And I said, well, why are you into? Because he was like, we got a lot of mixed people in my family. I said, for real, say it ain't so. And so he started sending me all his nieces and nephews and all of mixed. I said, oh, so you trying to keep it, that's what y'all do. Okay, so you white, but you damn. All right. So, that made me feel comfortable. Like his niece and nephew, so his brother, wife was black. And so I was like, oh, okay. Because, sometimes white people, I love y'all dearly, but a lot of white men that try to, for one, when a white man come to me, I be always think it's a joke. Every time white men come up to me, because I don't know how to flirt with y'all. I don't know. If you ain't smooth like Jamal, I don't know how to interact with you. But they'll come up to me and say, hey, how you doing? And shake my hand like we about to go on a business date or something. And so I'll shake the hand, especially if they fine. Because there be some fine white men out here. I wouldn't mind dating you, but I'm just saying, that I ain't never met now one that, this right here said it's gone wrong. So, maybe, if that's what you want to see in me, I ain't got no problem. I ain't gonna fight with you. But just make him be one of them 1%ers, the one with the bag. Okay. Anyway, so the young man shake my hand. Most of the time when I meet a white person, and then after that, I'm like, so what we supposed to do after this? After we shake the hand and look at each other's eyes, you gonna ask for the phone number or give me some money? Like, I don't know, because that's all I perceive you as. Most people that I know that date a white man, she with them because he got the bag on you. I'm just to tell you like it is. Now, that might not be true. Some people might date a white man, he was broke. I don't know. She dated him because he was cute. Or y'all was drunk and y'all bodies got stuck together one night. I don't know. But that all the people I know that got white men, all the ones I know, he had that money on him, okay? He had the money on him, okay? Anyway. If you see me with a white man, we together because of love. And he got his bag on. He got his bag on. But anyway, I want to get married for love and bread, okay? Period. That's what I want. I want you to be financially stable and know the Lord is able to fight your battle, that you love to get on your hands and pray, and you will slay for him in the kingdom. Period. That's what I want. And you got to have a little bag on you. That's a little bit, okay? No broken knees, okay? You ain't got nothing. You need it. You got a hand out, baby. Don't reach your hand over here because I don't want to shake it. Either way, talking about the young man, okay? So the young man, we conversing. We talking back and forth. He said, you know what? This done been on for a month. I want to really see you. Can I see you, okay? I was like, yeah. He was like, where you want to go? You tell me wherever you want to go, and I'll meet you there. Cause I told him I don't want him, because he want to pick me up. I'm like, nah, I don't let people pick me up. I don't like people to know I stay. But I was like, I'll meet you there, okay? I'll meet you there, okay? So I try to pick something, y'all, and I just want everybody to know I am not racist. So if anybody watch this and you white and you just feel like that I'm racist, I'm not, okay? My child is mixed. Everything I date is mixed. Almost everything except for 2 men is mixed, okay? I love y'all damn real bad. It's just I ain't never had a full breed, okay? Now, if that sounds racist, I'm sorry. I'm telling the story. You can click off. Anyway, I love you, bye. But I'm just letting you know, because I don't know somebody to be like, oh, well, she just racist. She just keep talking about white. Now, if I got her here and I told the story time, but I know how the internet is. And I just want to say, I love my people. Every shade, light, bright, pink, yellow, purple, blue, whatever you are, boo, I love you, okay? I was just raised to love people. You know what I'm saying? Not look at their skin and say, I don't like them. Like, I was not raised like that. I was raised in a house full of love. And we were taught to love everybody, okay? And the fools, you separate the fool from everybody else and you move forward, okay? You know how to treat people based upon how they act, how they carry themselves, and the character of them. And that's how you handle people. Not because your mama had sex with Bobby Joe and y'all came together and you white, now I don't like you. No. Won't talk that. That won't in the lesson plan. But anyway, I don't want nobody, I keep saying white boy or white something and somebody get offended. Please don't. Anyway, getting back to the story. We conversing. He want to see me. So I picked Olive Garden. And the reason why I picked Olive Garden, I just feel like every time I go there, I see a lot of white people. But I had to say that disclaimer that I ain't racist because that was coming, okay? Did I build y'all up for it? Anyway, every time I go to Olive Garden, it'll be the people be in there. That's all I'm saying. And I want him to feel comfortable because I'm nervous because I ain't never did this. So I'm texting my friend. I'm like, girl, how about that white boy that been texting me? And y'all, we say this a lot. Girl, the white boy, they been texting me. Yes, Chris, yeah, he done asked me, want to take me out, girl, where y'all going? I said, girl, he asked me where I want to go. I said, girl, I didn't want to know. I didn't want him to feel uncomfortable. So I said, Olive Garden. She was like, that's perfect. Oh, okay, let's do it. But he was asking, like, that's where you want to go? Like, that's what's his response. He was like, I thought that you would pick something way more expensive than Olive Garden. So then I was like, oh. So he judging me about what I spent. So I should have spent a bag. I should have asked to go somewhere fancier. I said, no, I mean, this is just a little meet and greet. You know, I ain't trying to spend no money today unless you're trying to spend some money. Because, you know, I got a CashApp and it worked real good. Okay. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I like you. You are so funny. Not funny. There's not a laugh with that. I am so serious. Okay. He was like, I watched your social media and you die in nice places. I do die in nice places. I do. I like how you had dine and I eat out now, you know, with the girls. You dine. I like that I liked him because of how he looked. He was very cute to me. Now let's describe him. He was about 6'1". Okay. He was a white guy. He had curly hair. He was giving Matthew McConaughey face was just a tad bit different. He had different features, but he was giving Matthew McConaughey. Y'all gonna have to look him up. I might put him on the screen so y'all can see him. Matthew. He was giving Matt, okay, but he was a little bit more shorter than Matt, but he was cute, okay. He was giving that vibe. He looked like we could spend some time together, okay. So when I pull, okay, so the day of the date come. We said, let's say on Wednesday, he asked me and said he want to take me out. Just name the date and time. So I told him Saturday we can go out or whatever. So we go to Olive Garden. He said we going to Olive Garden because that's what you want to be. But he was like, I really want to go somewhere where you get steak or whatever. And I was like, okay, well, you pick a place. He was like, no, the Queen picked, the Olive Garden. So that's what we on, okay? So I said, the next time I run these pockets, if they be a next time, I'm gonna make sure that I pick the right place, because clearly you want to spend some money. That's what it was given, that you want to spend some bread, okay? If you want to spend some bread, I'm gonna pick a real expensive place if you get it to the next time, because that first date is an interview. For the ones don't know, with me, it's an interview. Let's see, that interview gonna determine whether or not we communicate again or we don't never see each other again. Cut, baby, be on your best behavior, because baby, I cut them off quick. If I don't get the old vibe that this could be a long time, we ain't gotta waste each other's time, okay? Either way, a young man, the day comes, y'all, and I don't got nothing to wear, because I'm like, I don't know what to wear, because I feel like you got to be careful how you present yourself when you going out on these dates. And I said, I want to look elegant, but I want something that gives me goddess. So I had this dress, y'all. I went to City Trends and found like this goddess dress, and like it flowed when you walk. It had these big sleeves and stuff, and it just flowed you out. But the only thing I had a problem with is that this dress was cut like low. It was cut so your bosom can be up and out and looking at you like. And I was like, God knows, I won't go. Everything was elegant about the dress but that. And so what I did was staple the dress up so it can be, but my girls is big, okay? They boys almost, when they big, they boys, okay? So my boys was up and down, okay? And anybody that had eyes, that's the first thing you're gonna say when you see the dress. But I got so many compliments on that dress, okay? The dress was just everything. It was a dress that when you walk, it glided behind you. Yeah, it was an extra, and I am her, okay? Very extra with it. But I felt like I was representing for our people, and I wanted him to have a good taste in his mouth when it came to dating black girls. And even if we didn't work out, I wanted to be elegant when I came, okay? So that he could say, oh, I went on a date with her and she was very elegant. She was nice. We had a good conversation. It just didn't work out, okay? I wanted that if it didn't work out. So I was so nervous about meeting him because, like I said, I'd never been on a date with a white guy. So everything was good. He told me that he was on his way. Now, let's say if our date was supposed to happen at 5 o'clock, okay? 5 o'clock in the evening. And let's just say it was around about 3:30 and I hadn't even got off my couch yet. I ain't took a shower. I ain't did nothing yet. He texts me at about 4:05 and said he's about to pull up. Pull up where? Oh, you real early. Like, what? Okay, you already there. He was like, yeah, I'm about to pull up. I like to get here a little early, to case out the place. I said, case out the place? You need the police here? And he was like, He was like, I ain't no police. But I just kind of like to see who's here. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that it just was something suspect about that. But either way, he's like, I just like to case out the place. And then he put laugh out loud. So I guess it's supposed to be a joke. But he didn't know I was the police. So I'm a correctional case manager. So I done been in the prison. So I listen to everything. And I don't giggle about certain, what is you? Like, cause I read words. I don't go by what you, what. I'm like, he the police. Okay. Noted. He the police. I don't know what you got going on, but something going on with you. Okay. So either way, I'm just like, yeah, okay. So I was like, okay, well, I'm about to start getting ready. He was like, you ain't ready yet? I was like, we ain't supposed to be there until 5 o'clock, baby. I already, it ain't gonna take me too long. And then I just kind of felt bad because y'all, I said it was like 4:05, but it was really like 3:40, y'all. Like, bro, why did you there so early? So boom, I go take a shower, get dressed, do my makeup, put my little lip gloss on, do my hair. I had my hair and rollers, take them out, brush them out. I had a little soap in, looking good. Okay. And, I tried to do a soft palette, you know what I mean? Not too much. I didn't want to look ghetto. I had shorter lashes because I heard, for my friend that got the tea because she date every race. They like shorter lashes. Don't do the big lashes. Make sure your nails are not too long and stuff like that. I said, why do I got to change up to be with him? Baby, my nails gonna be the inch they is. If he don't like me, he can go on. I ain't doing all that, but I did get shorter lashes. But baby, I was done. She had a list too long. I was like, baby, I'm not doing all that. So she was like, wear your hair shorter, cause they really like short hair. And I'm thinking like, medium length. You know what I'm saying? It ain't giving that. He seen my pictures before. He followed me on Facebook. He know what he getting himself into. Okay, I got videos and everything. Hi, who I am. So either he want to graduate to a queen status, or he gonna be with whoever he be status. Cause I ain't finna do all that. She had a list of 15 things you got to do to keep him. Baby, forget it. He can go. So my thing is like that. I tweaked what I could based upon this list that she had, because she had actually dated 2 white men before. I tweaked what I could, but it was just too long of a list. I was like, baby, I'm not doing all that. If you don't like me, he can go. So I get there, I pull up. You already say you there, so I'm assuming that you're inside. But he never went outside. He was outside because what he was trying to do was watch me. It ain't about the case out the place. He told me this once we got inside. He was trying to watch me to see what I look like. So if I didn't look like he wanted me to look, he was gonna drive off, y'all. He gonna drive up. So I drive up, and he texts me, "Wow, you're beautiful." I get that often. Like, what? Look, a disclaimer. Why y'all think I'm ugly for real? Like, cause I take a good picture and I don't be showing you all my body parts. I just got to be ugly on her. I get that a lot. Like, oh my God, you're really pretty. Like, what daggone, why I'm supposed to be ugly? Like, I get that a lot. Y'all don't believe how often I get that. Oh, I thought you were using filters. Sometimes I do use a good filter because I like to enhance the beauty that I got. But the man couldn't see, because when I record for y'all, I ain't no filter. If you think I'm beautiful, I'm beautiful. If you think I'm ugly, that's what I am, okay? I don't use no filter for y'all. I put a little makeup on, that's it. But either way, I get that a lot. Oh my God, you're so beautiful. Like, they couldn't believe that. But that's what he said. He texted me and said, you are so beautiful. I'm so happy I came. But you're not going to come, sir? Like, what's going on? He didn't say you already here. So he was like, I'm going to meet you on the inside. I'm going to go ahead and grab us a table. Baby, who we hiding from? Why you don't want to come in unless you want me to walk in? Sir, I think we should walk in together. You know what I'm saying? It gave hiding. Who you hiding from? So I started to think about everything he's saying, and I'm on the rocks, because I'm like, it's a lot of stuff he says. It's like he'll say something that he says, or he's looking for me to be okay with what he said. Boy, stand on what you're gonna say. If you're a man or you're a man. So the young man was like, unless you want me to walk in. I said, sir, I think that we should walk in together if that's okay with you. So he was like, okay, I'm gonna come get you out your car like I'm a baby. I was already outside my car. Because first of all, this men, let me tell y'all something about women. You know, if we're going to meet, give us time to get out the car. Because during this time, when we get out the car, we got to get out. We got to get the wedges out. We got to wedge it. We got to fix our, this our time to prep ourselves, comb our hair in place, get perfect for you, baby. Put a little extra lip gloss if we need some lip. This is our time to fix the breasts if they need to, raise the bra strap up if we need to, spray extra perfume on, and then strut and walk. Give us time to do all that, okay? Like, it ain't nothing. If we gonna meet, you ain't gotta meet us outside. Don't get a table. Be a man. Be assertive. Okay, anyway. But a young man want to walk me in there. So I'm trying to do all this quick because I know he about to walk. I don't know where he at. He watching me from some distant land. I don't know where he at. So I'm prepping everything. I'm getting everything right. I'm putting on the lip gloss. I'm brushing my hair. And he texting me. Like, it's giving creep vibes, y'all. Because it's like you watching me, a stalker from afar. He was like, you don't got to fix nothing. You're perfect. Like it, but my hair was looking crazy. So let me get her back right, and let me put this lip gloss, because this was a little dry. I want it to be just right for you, so when you look at it, you can see your reflection. You know, okay. I was like, oh, thank you. So he raised me, like I'm sitting in my car. He takes my hand like I'm Cinderella, like, you know, kind of helps me up out the car like I need help, my old woman or something. And then he shuts my door and we walk in hand to hand. But I noticed when we get inside, he drops my hand. Okay, if we're on a date, when we enter and there's other Caucasian people inside, why you drop my hand? Because if I'm your queen, let me be your queen. Why you dropping my hand when we get inside? There is nothing worse than I hate to walk with a man and I see somebody get their hand dropped because they see somebody. Baby, you hiding or you for real? Or what is this? So I know that was sign number one. Something might not be going on, because it was all smitten outside. And soon we come in there, other Caucasian people and baby people were giving us eyes, and the black people was like, and the white people was like, You know, people give you eyes, but if you're gonna be a mixed race couple, I'm gonna just tell you right there, you better get ready for the stares, because they're gonna stare and they're gonna judge you with your eye. People that don't think you should be together gonna judge with your eye. And I say, baby, get ready, because me and my kid gonna step through one day. I don't know what he gonna be. He can be white, black, Asian, whatever he be. Baby, I'ma stand, I'ma hold his hand prior, so prepare to be sick. Anyway, so the young man dropped my hand. I noticed it, and I didn't like that at all. Okay, my hand was dropped, and then so he tried to guide me by touching my lower back and to the table. What's the difference in holding a hand? Okay, either way, you're touching me. They know we're together. Now, another thing, let me tell y'all about this. The young man had on a cap, okay? It was a John Deere cap, okay? He had on a collar shirt, okay? And it was plaid like a table that you put on the table, like a cloth that you put on the table, but it was plaid like that, like a picnic table plaid. Okay, he had that on. The hat did not go. It was a brown hat. I didn't see what he was trying to do. It just wasn't going for me. He had on shorts, and he had on them duck shoes. I don't know what you call them. They're brown shoes, but I forget what you call them. But anyway, he had that on, and I just did not like the whole outfit. The whole outfit was trash, and I thought that if you be mine, baby, you're gonna have some swag about you, baby. Don't worry about it. We gonna get you right. Now I can dress for anywhere wherever we going, but baby, I don't understand the coordination of this. This hat don't go. You on a date, your hat should be off. If you're in the presence of a queen, unless you ball or something, you shame your head, your hat should be off if you're in the presence of a queen. It just does, when you come inside, you put that hat off. I just don't get it. And y'all, he used to do this thing where he take his hat off and make his head, like, play with his hair with his hat and then put it back on. And he kept doing it throughout the whole day. And I was like, if your hat is just itching, if your head itching, take the hat off and then you ain't got to keep doing that. But I was just looking at him, trying not to give a sister girl look, because, baby, it's hard. It's hard. If the face need to be delivered, But anyway, so there were signs. I should have just walked out. But I was trying to give him a chance. This is a new experience for me. So we go in, and he begins to ask me questions as though we're on an interview. It didn't give, I'm interested in you. It gives, I want to see, can you be in my life? That instantly, as soon as we sat down, it sounded just like this. Oh, I want to thank you for coming out tonight. He was like, so can I ask you some questions? Because I've been very curious about it. I'm thinking, like, we've been talking for about a month. Like, what have you not asked me? And so he began to ask them. He was like, so what is your position? Because I know you said you work as a case manager, I think it was. It gave, like, was I on the interview? Because that's what it gave. Okay, we said that. He was like, what was your title again? And how much was that salary rise? Well, like, how much is that salary rise? And then he went on. I said, I don't think that, discussing people's pay, I don't think that's something that you normally should do. You know what I'm saying? I was taught that you don't do that. Unless we married, there's no reason to. He was like, oh, I just want to know what my girl, makes or whatever. And I told him the range. I'll tell you professionally what the range is. And so it went from that. And he went from whatever I told him, he'll tell me. So the range of what he was making, it was double what I was making, okay? Okay? So you got some money. We get it, okay? You have acres and acres of land. I know whatever you got is more than mine, baby. I live in a condo, okay? So, baby, you live in a house with acres of land. You showed me the acres, baby. I saw the lake. You got a lake on your acres. Baby, I get it. I know that you a little up in life, okay? I'm getting there. Climbing up slowly, okay? Things keep knocking me down the hill, but I'm getting there. But it gave that he wanted to make sure I could fit in his life. And he just started drilling me, y'all. Like, okay, so, but I'm a person that I can mix. I don't care what you throw at me. I can mix, baby. You want to get me swayed to the side or make me feel something. I just clock who you are and I say, oh, he want credentials. Okay. Cool. So I told him, you know what I'm saying? He asked me, what is the most proudest thing? I said, you're giving interview, baby. Let's just relax, let's just relax. So he was like, okay, so what you gonna order? So we looking at him. So he actually relaxed, y'all. We got the normal, but he asked me 32 questions before I just told him relax. It was just getting too much. when is your birthday? What are you planning? Have you been out of state? Do you got a passport? Like, sir, you trying to marry me tonight? Like, what's going on? Like, what you gonna do with this information? Like, it gave a lot. You know what I'm saying? Again, I felt like police files. This is a cop. Like, what's going on? Like, am I under investigation? Like, what is really going on for real? Like, this supposed to be fun. This is stressing me out. So the young man went and said, well, what are you gonna order or whatever? And he was looking and looking. He was like, cause I haven't been to Olive Garden a long time. And I told my mother that I was going to Olive Garden. She laughed. And I'm like, oh, I'm glad I can give her a giggle. Like, what? Why y'all talking about me for real? I said, oh, so you talking to your mama? She was like, yeah, I told her that I was going out with our queen and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, because I liked it. Because he just kept, he never referred to my race. He always would call me a queen. Okay. So I ordered the interview and I'm like, okay, I'm a queen again. So we went to talk and he acted regular for a while. And so I told him that I get the same thing every time. I get the steak Alfredo. So I'm thinking like nothing of it. Okay, I'll order the steak Alfredo. The steak Alfredo, when it comes, she comes and asks the waiter come and asks what we want. And I tell her that I want my steak well done. He looks at me in disgust, y'all. Like, why you want it well done? It's not going to be good like that. Like, again, I want my steak well done. And now, and the waiter appears to be mixed. And she was like, yeah, I like mine well done too. Like, looking at me like, so it's like, what wrong with him? He was like, well, I want mine medium rare and I want blood on the plate. I'm like, sir, and everything in me was like, like, what in the world? You want blood on the plate? I was like, oh, okay, you like it like that. And then, y'all, he says, yes, I want it just like you are when you get wet. What? Like, what? I said, what? He told me some, yeah, I can imagine when y'all wet that this what it looked like. I said, baby, somebody bleeding like that, baby, she's sick and you need to take her back where you got from and you need to go to your instant care, whatever, hospital, emergency care, because something is wrong. No, nothing looks like that down there unless my period is on, baby. If it's bleeding like that, baby, no. And I was instantly turned off. Everything I thought about him, I thought he was a nice young man, very well put together, very successful. Him and his daddy had a couple of companies together, and I looked them up, and they were doing well. Like, they were doing well. To this day, I don't remember what they were doing, but it was basically I don't know what it is, stocks and all this stuff like that. And they also had a company that made tissue paper or something like that. It was something like that, but it was like a company that was in your local store. Okay. And I can't remember to the life of me what the name of the company, because I've seen the company before, but they made it some kind of brand of necklace, but it was in generations in their family or whatever. And they made very good off of it. And they also invested in stocks and all this stuff. He was just telling me all this stuff. And I'm like, okay. Good, we get it. You getting the bread. We got it. So, after a little comment about that's what you look like when you get excited type thing, I'm thinking like, this in my head, let's go and get this day over. After I take about 4 bites, I'm gonna text my best friend, and me and my best friend, we had a code. I would text her the plus sign, or I would text her any kind of emoji, okay? Any kind of emoji. It didn't have to make sign or the plus sign. And that let her know, get me out of there fast, girl. Because what? This ain't going good. This is a food here. This is just a sophisticated food, okay? Because, baby, what? This don't make no sense, okay? You already talking about. So then the question started to get very sexual. So when the last time you been sexually active? I'm like, sir, that's not stuff appropriate. That's not an appropriate question for the first date, because I'm not having sex with you. I have no desire to have sex with you because I don't know you. He said, oh, so you are very safe then. He was like, do you use condoms on the first time or you don't? It never was, I'm sorry I offended you. It was just more questions. And I realized why he was single. Because you in your brain, you got to know all this information before you deal with this person. And you just got to rattle it out. And I'm like, sir, I'm not going to talk about nothing sexual You know, the only thing I could tell you is that when I have sex, I protect myself, especially if I don't know the person. But really, in essence, why I'm gonna have sex with people I don't know? We don't do that, okay? We don't do that. Now, I might have my little fun and stuff with baby one or two. You know, maybe some things happen down the line. Let me think. Maybe one. I met him. I said, I got to have it. I got to see what that about. That was a long time ago. Things happen when you're drunk. Anyway. We end up getting married, but anyway, so not married anymore, but that's a long story. We'll get to that. You're gonna have to be on a paying membership to get that story, baby. You're gonna have to be a paid membership. I can't put that out for all the world to hear, so you're gonna have to be on a paid membership to hear that story, baby. How I got married, how I ain't married, what happened in between. I'm gonna have pictures, videos, all that. You can get to see the wedding dress, all that stuff, and when it crashed and burned, but tell you everything, okay? But that's the membership story. Y'all gonna have to log into that. We almost there, y'all. We almost there. I already got the 500. You got to have the 500 subscribers. We got that. Now you got to have 3,000. So I'm going to put across here what we got, and we're going to work towards it, okay? So once we get 3,000, that paid membership going to get the popping. Make sure you click in, because the story is going to be, them covers going to be, let's jump back in this story. So I realized off the rip, like, maybe this is not what it is. And I try to ignore... Oh, you got home early. And I tried to ignore the fact that he was doing all this talking and asking these inappropriate questions. But once he started asking me about sexual questions, and then every time I told him, hey, this ain't appropriate, he would ask me another appropriate question. But you sitting there, girl, with all your titties out. He thought you came to do something, okay? So what I started doing was, because I was feeling uncomfortable, I'm lifting my dress up all the way up. He was like, oh, you ain't got to put them up. I said, clearly I do. Because for whatever reason, you think that this is something else, and it's not that. I came on a date with you because I thought that we was a vibe, like we would have communication. He was consistent with his communication with me, and I thought that we were working towards something. But you clearly looking for somebody that I don't know what you're looking for, because some of the questions is like business, like now you asking me a whole bunch of sexual questions. So I don't know what you thought I was, an escort, trying to figure out like what is my long history, what I did before career. I don't know what all these questions for, but it's too much for me. It's becoming too much. And then he gonna say, did I offend the lady? Yes, you offended me. I said, oh no, you didn't offend me. But I said, let me go to the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom. I call my friend, girl, this man is crazy. This man is asking me sexual questions. I done told him I don't want to talk about sex. That ain't something we're gonna do. Now he asking me, what's my favorite position? Am I a screamer? Or like what? I just met you for real. I don't even know your middle name. You want to know all that, baby? I won't tell you that. I don't know what you gonna do with that information. You might try to take me home, put me in that big pickle truck you got. No, I'm not. So I don't want to cite you because I don't know what's gonna come next. So either way, that just scared me. You know what I'm saying? That really scared me. Y'all hear some noise in the back. That's my son. But so I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that. You know what I'm saying? I just told him, like, I'm going to just go to the bathroom. He was like, did I offend you? I was like, no, you didn't offend me. And so, y'all, I went to the bathroom and then I dipped. Okay? I literally went in the bathroom. I was in the bathroom about 5-6 minutes. And then he texted me and said, you all right? I was like, yeah, I'm coming back. As soon as I dipped, I looked to see if he was watching. Then I went, and I dipped, y'all. I went on outside, slid through a side door that I saw, and I dipped. I got in my car and I went home. And then after he sat there for about 30 minutes, he was like, I went in the bathroom. Sir, what? You went where? He said, I went in the bathroom. You weren't there. Why did you go in the bathroom? He was like, did you leave? I said, yes, I left. And he said, why? I said, because you're doing too much. I'm sorry. You just doing too much. And so, y'all, I packed my stuff up. I left. He went in the bathroom, y'all. What was he going to do when he got in there and I was there? What y'all think he was going to do? Because I don't know, because I wasn't there to find out. I went to his naive. I went home, straight home. Got home and slammed my front door like it did something to me. Like, people wasting my time. Boom. Get in, sit on the couch. Okay, go take my clothes off. Go take me a shower to wash off anything that has something attached to him. And then I put my little pajamas on. And baby, I went on the phone, was talking to my girl, my friend, like, girl, can you believe that this man asked, like, girl, he didn't do that. Girl, he did not do that. Yes, he did. Girl, yeah, he didn't do that. And she just going on and on and on and on and on. Like, girl, maybe it's not. And then I get to the details. She was like, yeah, he was terrible. He was terrible. So then, y'all, fast forward. And my son just doing the most. He come home just warming up everything. But anyway, So then after that, y'all, let's say a couple of months went by. It's my son's birthday, and now at the time, his favorite place to eat was what is called Golden Corral. He liked to eat because it was so many dishes choices. They got buffet style food, and he wanted to go there. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take you, no problem, no issue. And so when that happened or whatever, I took him there. It was his birthday, and I remember he was young. He probably was like 9. He was turning 9 or something like that, and that's where he said he wanted to go. So we went there and other places, but we went there first. Why I see him in there with his whole family? Why he at the table? And then I look up and he's sitting beside his mother, because he showed me a picture of his mother, and she was a bigger lady. She was a white lady, and she was sitting there, and she said, "Come here, baby." Like, I'm trying to kind of walk past the table fast, acting like I don't know y'all for real. Baby, it didn't work. Mama said, "Come here, baby. Come here, baby." She said, "Oh my God, you are so pretty." And then she hit her son. That's stupid. That's stupid. That's stupid. And just hit him about 3-4 times. She was like, "Yes." He told me he went on a date, and I said, "What happened?" He said, "I did it again." He did what? He asked you 21 questions. I told him, don't ask you this, don't ask him that. He said, Mama, I went to talk at you, but just so pretty, and I didn't know what to do. And I didn't know what to do. And you know, he was like, I just asked her everything you told me not, and that's just what came to my mind, and that's what I such and such. And he was like, he really is a nice guy. You really need to give him a chance, but he just do stupid stuff when he get nervous. I said, well, man, let me tell you this. If we talking truth, I don't trust your son. Like, I don't know his intentions with me, baby. He talking about running blood on steak and how he eating, and you know, it was a lot for me. And she was like, yes, I understand, but she said, if you will be willing to give my son a chance again, I promise you he'll show you that he really is a sweet gentleman. I said, okay, I consider it. And I went on about my way. I even gave mom a hug, because she's like, I'm gonna hug her. And so I gave him a hug, and like, y'all, when I say his whole family there, it looked like a family reunion there, and almost all the kids were black and white. Every white man had a black woman. Every white man, he the only one sitting to the table without his black queen, okay? Messed it up. And when I tell you the queens was queening, the queens was bad. Everybody at the table, I'm like, okay, since I see you. He was trying to put me in the family. It didn't work out for him. You know what I'm saying? But I see I would have been all right. But his mom was like, stupid. As soon as I walked on the table, I looked back. She done hit him again. Like, you is stupid. She is pretty. Like, why would you mess that up? He's like, Mom, I'm sorry. I just was nervous. I didn't know what to say. He was like, you don't flash money, and I raised you better than that. And baby, honey, if that woman was white, I could only see it with my eye. Cause baby, she sound like a black mom. She hit my like, you stupid. You just stupid. Why would you do that? And that woman black. Okay, she black. Okay, all right. But anyway, that was the end of that. He did hit me up after that and asked me could we press play on what we had before, and I'm like, what did we have, baby? We had good conversation. Then you messed it up when we went out and about. So either way, after that, I told him I'm thinking about it, and baby, every time he inboxed me, I just wouldn't reply. I just left him on red, as the young people say. I left him on red because I'm like, ain't no way. There's no way I can do it, baby. You acting too real, and I just feel like once somebody show you who they is, that's who they is. I don't care what mama was saying, baby. Your son was weird on the date, and I didn't want to do it. It went wrong, and I went on. Okay, anyway, love y'all. Bye. Thank you so much for clicking play. Thank you. Make sure you go check out me in the description. Make sure y'all follow me on all my socials. Make sure y'all do all the things, like, comment, share, and go ahead and hype this video up. Anyway, love y'all. Bye. See y'all on the next video. Bye, besties.